Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I hope you can hear me okay. There I am. Please let me know. Give me a sound check. Can you hear me okay? Because I've got weird stuff going on technology-wise. I know it's been a while. Everything's been going well. Hello, Philippa. Hi, Kat. Hi, Julie. Hi, Dawn. My goodness, Julie, I think you're new, right? Oh, Hexy, haven't seen you for a while. Kat, can you guys hear me okay? Because things are weird here. And I know there's a delay. So, okay, good, good. Whew. All right. Hi, happy Wednesday. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Yeah, so half of my equipment is working and half of it isn't. And I have no idea why, and I'm not going to worry about it. Hey, Sue. Hey, Sandy. Oh my goodness. You guys, I need you. I need you today. You've been here for a few months. I'm still on construction brain. We are in month 5 of major construction going on out here. I've shut all the windows, which means it's a little warm in here. We are at 95% humidity today. It's been about 99% humidity, drip, drip, drip constantly, but at least the new roof is on. Yeah, can you believe it? Hey, Diana. She said, I finally remembered to look at the notification. Glad to see you here. Let me flip my cameras around to this. There we go. Oh, I guess I could move. Let's see if I go to this one and I move it over a little bit. I think that'll work. Okay, so yeah, they're drilling concrete out front, but I don't think it's going to get in the way of anything with you guys. So yeah, I'm utterly exhausted. Before I forget, I need to cut out about 15 minutes early because I have another meeting right after this, and I need time to grab some water and a kind bar or something to eat. Yeah, so it's crazy time. I can show you a couple things. I have some itty bitties that are done. These little guys are done. These are 4x4s, and then here we have a 6x6. So you can't really see the beads, but they are in there. This is the last one. I couldn't find it, and so I found it. Now I can get the beads on it, and it'll be the last one of the whites, except for my great big one, which I guess you can't really see. If I move my chair, you can sort of see my pile of white back here. So this is going to be a huge 16x20. Hey, Michelle. Sandy says they're beautiful. Thank you. Michelle says pretty white. So there's 10 in that collection. I posted on Facebook and possibly my YouTube posts. I have 6 pieces done in the Unearthed collection, the sculptures. I may or may not get a green. I'm exhausted. That's the only thing I can say right now. I am mentally and physically exhausted. I have learned so much. So if I decide to do this again, I didn't have much inventory. So deciding to do an Open Studios event when I didn't have much to start with, I was already behind the 8 ball. So, oh, the purple pieces. Yes, I cut up the purple one. I was never happy. I got all these beads on top of the banana fiber, and I didn't like it. I just didn't feel like it said what I wanted it to say. So I cut it apart, and I'm taking just one chunk of the purple and I'm mounting it alone. I've got to get some more beads in there, but I think I'm going to like it a lot better. It's going to feel much more like me, which was the important thing. But yeah, I'm tired. This morning, the fireplace guy was here because it was a yearly service on the fireplace, which of course couldn't do the quick and easy, half an hour and we're done. No, the receiver died on the remote, so we had to replace something outside. We were supposed to have the guys here putting window film on the 5 windows that did not get replaced. They didn't show up and nobody called us. Turns out they called the wrong number. Have somebody coming this afternoon to give us a quote on removing all the blackberry in the yard. It's just for an introvert who really needs downtime to recover from all the peopling, this has been really hard on me. But Yeah, well, that we try to do that. Sue said maybe you and Eric need to schedule some time away from home, even just a couple of hours out in a place of nature. We try to do that, especially on the weekends, to just disappear and shut down and make, we don't want to people, we just want to be. I will say though, every time we walk around and we see it, all the things that are happening around the house, we get super excited because it is turning into everything we wanted. We walk, I would say between the two of us, there are 6 walks a day, all of them, of course, with Tally because she needs that. And so we live in a beautiful area. So when we're walking, we are out in nature, which is great. And then, when the nighttime comes, we don't even want to turn on the TV. Okay, we watch the baseball game, but then we just turn off the TV and just kind of be in our place without anything else going on because we need that quiet. It's been intense and expensive because every time you turn around, it's like, oh, guess what? There's more money that needs to go out. And I spent the weekend. I did actually watch a lot of YouTube videos. I went searching for anybody that had done an open studios to see if they'd done videos of their, not just their setup, but I wanted to hear any lessons learned from doing them. And it was very good for me to do that. I got some ideas on display. I'm holding off on buying anything for another couple weeks because I think I can get them digging out of the garage. They can dig out a couple things that I think I can use. But there's the garage is full of all these table saws and band saws and saws, and I don't know, there's so much equipment. It's only a 1-car garage and they're taking up the garage with all their equipment. So stuff that we want to get out of the house to make room for open studios, we can't because there's no room in the garage. Hey, Phyllis, I hope you're having a good day. Yes, football season started, Michelle. Did you watch our 49ers this weekend? I understand we're going to have a new kicker next week or this week or whenever the next game is. So yeah, I'm just one day at a time. I'm grateful for my fabulous physical trainer that is really helping me relieve stress, and she tells me, she says, stress is going to land in your body as inflammation. I already have a lot of issues with inflammation. So anything we can do physically to help me not hold on to that stress is terrific. So let me know what's happening in you guys's, oh gosh, that's horrible. You guys's corner of the world. What's happening with all of you, wherever you happen to be. Yeah, my brain stopped working. My voice to text posts are making little sense. Sandy, thank you for translating and understanding what I didn't quite say right. It's going to take some recovery time when all this is done. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Let me put it that way. I'm looking forward to hopefully hosting Thanksgiving in a much quieter environment. And then we have to put the house back together and we have to put the yard back together. They've started forming all the stairs out back, and that's really exciting because I really wanted big landings, long, wide landings. So if somebody didn't want to go all the way down into the yard, there was enough room to stand there. And then if the dog came racing up, you weren't going to get bowled over. So I'm really happy with what they're doing out there. And they removed all the cement in the front of the front door yesterday so they can get ready for pouring the ramp. Sue says, I have a little fabric book in the works. It's about 3 inches square, 3.5 inches square. Those are fun. I actually dug out, I had a couple of Just Because books that hadn't sold. They were more like sample books. So I'll put those out for open studios. What do we want here? How about another pearl? How about a pearl of a different color? I'm not paying any attention to what I'm grabbing on the beads, and I'm hoping this is going to look okay when it's done because, yeah, brain equals fried. Phyllis, Phyllis. Oh, everybody, huge cheers for Phyllis. She said, I'm having a fantastic day. My doctor just called to tell me my MRI was good, no brain cancer. You just gave me the pop I needed today. That is terrific news. I am so happy for you. I hope you're going to be able to celebrate in some way. That's just, I love it when my friends get great news like that. Wow. Does anybody else, when they're doing beads, ever feel like they're doing it wrong, even when there's really, you're just kind of trying to be random? I think random makes me stumble all the time. I just tell myself, I just want to get some sparkle in there. But every time I put a bead in, it's like, oh, should I put it there? And I need to get some more fuzzy dangly spots, things hanging down, but I literally could not find them this morning. Yes, it's been rough. Absolutely. You got hallelujah from Sue, hugs from Michelle, congratulations from Philippa. It's just, it's amazing when medicine can bring apart those kind of miracles like that. I'm just so excited for you. Now you can start to live your life the way you want to without this threat hanging over you right now. Amazing. And I hope each and every one of us is thinking every day is precious and spending it like this precious gift that it is. Just stuff happens, you go in for a routine, something or another, and then your body says, oh, guess what? We're going to set you back for a while. I keep thinking, don't buy anything else right now because, if nothing sells, you have enough to work for whether or not something sells doesn't matter. I have enough materials to work for the next 10 years. And I hope I have 10 years to keep working. Human beings have a hard time with random. Yeah, you got that right. And I think I've reached the point, because I know that some people, hopefully some people show up for open studios. There's always that, oh, what if nobody shows up? I know some people will, but this will be the first time that people who have no connection to me, they're not online, they don't know me online unless, maybe they might have followed me on Instagram, but it would have been recently. So I have no relationship with them that are going to see my work. So now it's what are these people going to think? And how can I not let whatever they think influence how I feel about my own work? And that's always the challenge when you're being judged. And anytime somebody's looking at your work, they're judging. Even if they're not saying that they're judging, they're judging. But I will say that this whole process is helping me figure out what I want to work on going forward, the areas of my skill sets that I want to work on improving. So to have a focus like that is really good. It's like, okay, I know what I want to get better at. I know kind of a couple places where I can go study on what I want to get better at and see if that will help. So I'm going to take that as a win. And I just can't believe that we're into September already. It's just like, wow, where did this year go? Sandy said, I don't feel like I'm judging when I look at your work. I feel like I'm admiring. And then, oopsie, I fall into that rabbit hole and I'm gone playing around in the wildscapes. Thank you. And that probably wasn't the right word to use, judging. Everybody is forming their own opinions. And that, that's just human nature. I'm trying to figure out some fun things that I can do on the quick. I don't have people here that can come over and do a work party with me. So I need to figure out things that I can do on my own. Kind of like some interactive stuff with people or freebies or that sort of thing. I'm still kind of working on that. I finally finished my postcard design yesterday and got that ordered. And then I ordered some little mini Moo cards that on one side says every breath connects us, and then on the other side there's a picture of some of my art. It's just one of those random things, so there's like a dozen different pictures, but I'm kind of trying to think of something else. Hey, Barbara. Sandy says, hey, Barbara Clark, you look beautiful with that blue dress on. Michelle said, I want to do a woodsy theme, but I'm in the visual thinking stage. That's kind of a fun stage. Anything is possible. And that's kind of happened to me, especially when I'm beading, you know, with the TV's not on and there's no music on and I'm just kind of working here by myself. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, okay, so what if I did this? And what if I, you know, I'm thinking there's 2 sculptures that I want to do. And then I'm kind of planning this humongous green piece. And I don't know if I want to do it as a flat piece or if I want to do it as a huge sculpture. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm putting on, these are some beautiful crystal stones that just really sparkle like crazy. And I need to leave myself space to add some more things. Barbara wants to know what blue dress, Sandy. Oh, Sandy says, Barbara, you are a moderator, which means you are blue, which means you have a blue dress on. Sorry, but that's just how it goes. Sandy's brain works on a track that is adjacent to the rest of us sometimes. I love you, Sandy. Barbara said, I've been stitching on my crazy square this week. Have a daffodil done. Oh, fun. All right, this one's telling me it wants more glass and crystal. So more glass and crystal it will be. The blue wrench, same as a dress. I can see that now. Yes, you have to just imagine that it's Sandy saying it, and then you'll get it. You'll understand. All right, I think that's enough so I can tie this off. I am down to 1 beading needle, not because I don't have any more, but because I can't find the vial that has the rest of them. Dang it, I didn't pull those threads tight enough, so pardon me while I fix a little bit of something. So I think I need to order like 3 more packages of these beading needles because they're all bent now. Every last one of them is bent and they're very hard for me to straighten out. Trying to catch these threads. You know what? I'm going to do that later. When I'm done with the piece, I'll worry about that. Kat says, I've been watching sewing YouTube videos and getting inspired to try making my own skirts and shorts. I grew up watching my mom sew constantly. I want to have her over for my first try. Oh, how fun. My grandmother made most of my clothes when I was growing up, and I did not inherit that gene, no matter how much I watched her. I was so bad at home ec. Oh my goodness, I hated home ec. But you know, the reason why is, you know, you had a pattern and you had to follow the pattern. Barbara said, I've been watching Jennifer Clouston. Oh boy, she's so good. Jennifer is amazing. And I'm so happy she's finally doing a lot of stuff with her YouTube channel. I kind of walked her through setting some of that up. She is the sweetest gal too. And if you like embroidery books and stitch books, any of her books are fabulous. Kat said, I've been watching Rachel Maxey. Oh, I don't know her. I'll have to go check her out. If you have a link for her channel, Kat, feel free to post it here. Sue said, I'm sorely tempted to ask my son to make a pair of pants for me so I can have some that actually fit. I hear you on that. I am, all my pants are really baggy at the thighs because most of my weight for my pants is at my belly. And I haven't lost as much there. So yeah, it's not good. Thank goodness for leggings. That's all I can say. Barbara said, your own skirts and shorts. I'm so impressed, Kat. Hey, have you started looking for your new cat? I want to know. Have you started going to the shelters and playing with them? Michelle said, I usually start my pieces with fabric scraps or collage and then layer over it. That's a fun way to start because then you kind of get inspired by what you're seeing with each layer. Phyllis said, I'm such a huge fan of color, but I'm in love with your white pieces. Thank you. I periodically, I just get this urge to work in white. It just, it's very centering. And the collection I've decided to call the White Collection Still Points, because I think they make us kind of stop and take a deep breath and learn to be still. Barbara said, we just got one of her books and went to the copy store and had them put a spiral binding on it. So useful. Yeah. Her, what's the one? Fantastic Flowers, I think it is. I use it like crazy. Oh, thank you. Their cat put up Rachel's channel. And if you want to grab Jennifer's channel, it's her last name is Clouson, or Barbara can grab it. Haven't started looking yet, but hopefully next week for cats. Yes. Michelle said baggy pants are coming back in style. Yeah, that's what one of my friends told me. I just don't like the look. I guess because I've worked so hard to reshape my body that I kind of, yeah, I want to show it off more. Not like, like a teeny bopper, but I definitely want to feel like I can see my body. Barbara said, thanks, Kat. I've got her open on another window. There's a T.S. Eliot poem, and I don't have in front of me the notes I made about it, but there's a T.S. Eliot poem about still point, and that's sort of where this came from. They do make us stop. Thank you. Diana says, I like still points. Who said good title? Yay. Thank you, Kat. There's Jennifer's channel. Michelle said, I subscribe to Rachel's channel. Yeah. And Margaret Berry, who normally can't get here as early as we start because she's in Australia, although I do not know how Philippa gets here so early from New Zealand, sent me a link to, and I know one of you guys have mentioned it before. I think it's called Marion's World. Oh, man. There was a vessel that she made, a woodsy vessel, and Margaret sent me the video. It is amazing, and you guys would love it. And I'm sorry I didn't grab the link to bring over here and share with you because it is just gorgeous. Sue said, I'm perfectly content in my loose-fitting dresses. Yeah, I had 3 dresses, and I could put 2 of me in them now. So now I have 0 dresses. Leggings are great. All my jeans, I could put 2 legs in 1 jean, but the waist is still the same. And it's okay. I'm okay as long as I have to go get blood work done in another 2 weeks, I think. And I'm hoping that I'm continuing to be good with the medicine they've got me on and stuff. I'm feeling good. Now, if I could just manage to sleep more than 5 hours a night would be really nice. I don't know what it is, but I wake up. Thank you, Barbara. She got the T.S. Eliot poem. At the still point of the turning world, neither flesh nor fleshless, neither from nor towards, or at the still point, there the dance is, but neither arrest nor movement, and do not call it fixity, where past and future are gathered, neither movement from nor towards, neither ascent nor decline, except for the point, the still point. There would be no dance, and there is only the dance. And there's a lot of different interpretations of that, but to me, it's when everything, the forward movement, the backward movement, the future, the past come together, and we learn to just be right there in the moment. Oh, Kat, thank you. She said she thinks she found the video I was referring to. Hey, Terry, welcome. You've had company. Oh, thank you, Barbara. And I could read it much better if I wasn't trying to untangle a knot in my thread at the same time. I love, 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 love doing poetry readings. I used to love to read my own from my own books when I would do events. So Kat posted a video that hopefully is the one about the vessel, the woodsy vessel, and it's very inspiring to, and of course she's lovely to listen to. It's a wonderful channel, and I know several of you have mentioned it in the past. But the vessel was just really, really intriguing, and she used a piece of real bark. So Michelle, you might like to go take a look at it. I don't take naps. If I take a nap, I never go to sleep. I wish I could take a nap because then I could be refreshed. But if I took a nap like after a live stream, I'd be awake until 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Barbara said there is a still point also in the tides. When we were out in the canoe, way up in the slough, the tide was coming in. Then a few minutes later, it was going out. A very special moment. Yeah. And so that's kind of what the white pieces make me think about. Oh, wow, what an impressive knot, Susan. Let's see if we can save this thread. Because my wax is not near where I'm working right now, which would have been the smart thing to do when you cut really long pieces of thread. Okay, so you guys can give me a vote on something I'm thinking about on Open Studios. I'm going to make a video that is just going back through all my videos that I've made over the 8 years I've been on YouTube and just make little excerpts. So I've got like a long video that I'm looping it. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Kat. She said I found the right one now. And so I'm going to make this video, and I'm thinking, I don't think I should do a voiceover. I think it should just be music in the background. So do you think, because it's going to be playing while people are here wandering around, so do you think I should do a voiceover or just music? Diana said the Headspace app has helped me get back to sleep in the middle of the night. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Kat, thank you for doing the running around for us. I appreciate that. And Kat is the one posting our work in progress posts for us, which I am also very grateful for. You know, it's just so much easier to get a lot of things done with help. The kindness of strangers. But you guys aren't strangers. The kindness of friends. All right, I like the way the beads are kind of piling up on these two sides. So I want to do that around this one. Terry said, hi, Sandy, apologize. I haven't shipped your package yet. There are still things I want to add. I've been so busy. Fall chores plus extra stuff. Barbara said, oh, just music, something really calming. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. Kat said, probably no voiceover, just music. That way people don't get frustrated if they can't make out what you're saying, if it's noisy. Just music, low and subtle. Michelle's got a vote for the voice over, maybe more personal. I like them. Yeah, I think I can do a voiceover when I put it on YouTube. But I'm thinking for the Open Studios, yeah, just the calm. Oh, it's okay, Terry. Kat has been running around doing stuff for us, which is great. Music. Okay. That's where I was leaning, but sometimes when your brain is fried, like mine is lately, you kind of need to bounce thoughts off of somebody else, because I don't trust myself. It's like, I think this is what I should do. And then I think I'm going to put together, if I have time, I wish I knew a graphic artist person. I want to put together a catalog of all the art that will be at Open Studios, so with their pictures and the prices. All right, how am I going to do this so it lays over there? Sometimes I do stuff and I'm not sure how it happens. And it's like, wait a minute, I want to do it again. Yes, I did. I started so I would not forget to look up Headspace. So thank you for that reminder, Sue. I don't know anything about it. Is it a music app or what does it do? And I'll have to make sure it wouldn't wake up my husband. So Julie votes music. Terry votes music. Okay. That is almost unanimous. And I can do a voiceover, like I said, when I put it on YouTube. Honestly, I feel like I ran 10 miles today. Add a chair for the person that has walked all day through studios, sitting and appreciating your work. Yeah, I'm thinking we were going to close off part of the living room, but I'm thinking I'm going to leave it open and we'll have it playing, having the video play on the TV, and they've got just the regular seating area that we have in the living room here. You know, they can sit and watch it. And then I'm going to have this table for the community project. And so they can be sitting at that table working on it and then looking up and seeing it. Yeah, Michelle, I agree. Voiceovers explain what you're thinking about your project. It gives the person an idea of what you're thinking. But this one is more like a highlights reel, so that people can just get a flair, a feeling of what I'm working on, what I've worked on over the years. So it's not going to be about a particular project. When I do a particular project, definitely need to explain what's going on. So they'll have, you know, the 2 big chairs and then a rocking chair in that area. And then the table for the community project will have 4 chairs. And I've been rethinking the community project, the hearts. And I think what I'm going to do is have lots of fabric scraps where people can stitch as much or as little as they want. And they can do whatever stitches they want. I'll have stuff out there, you know, I can show people stitches, but they can do as much as or as little as they want and leave the fabric behind. And then when I'm done with Open Studios, I will piece together whatever I have left from everybody, you know, what everybody's done. And I will piece that together into a heart, rather than trying to start with a heart in one size and need more, or have a big heart and not have enough stuff in it. Diana said, Headspace is a meditation app. It has a large selection of going to sleep relaxation. Also, Sleep SOS for the middle of the night. I use an earbud and not off. Yeah, I can't have anything in my ears. So, but I'm going to check that out. Especially if things have timers. They have timers where they can go off. That's good. I found 1 Just Because book and 2 sample books that were, I can't really call them Just Because books. There's the circle book and there's a purple book. And I'm going to put both of those out. Those are the only ones I have left. I have 2 Just Because books, I guess, that are almost done. But there's not going to be any time to work on those before then. I've got some more Wildscapes to finish. Michelle says, good idea with the fabric scraps. Thank you. And then what I figure I'll do is people then can come back after Open Studios if they want to work on some more, or take some scraps home and drop them off later, because I won't need to put it together and hand it in until February, so I'll have time. So in the catalog, and then I have a little brochure that I've been working on, but again, it takes time. Just, if any of you are a graphic designer, hit me up. Any of you guys know how to do good page layouts with photos and text, hit me up, because I would really like some help pulling that together. And then I've got a few of the 5x7 and 8x10 things that were sort of like oversized clusters. Somebody bought almost all of them last year, but I have a few of those left. I have a couple of just stitched flat pieces. My green one with the vines going all over the place, that got done. Got stretched finally. And I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I've got the big white one to get done. Yeah, there's just too much to get done. Too much. Terry said, I'm sure people will appreciate your earlier works that have a wild side. Thank you, Terry. It will be fun just because this is the first time I'm reaching out in the community. You know, so my expectations are just to meet people and interact, connect with people in the neighborhood and the community. Michelle says, do you have handmade business cards? I do not have handmade business cards. I have printed business cards. So I've got my, let's see, I can show you up here maybe. So I've got my printed business card, and then on the back is a picture of Gaia, and then my postcards, and then my other little freebie cards. Someday, maybe I will do some printed cards, handmade cards, but that's more stitch. It's just not my kind. It's not where I want to put my energy. If I had time, I would make little, almost like meditation pieces, touch pieces, maybe next year, little scraps with just a few little stitches and a bead on it. But, I really, really stink at estimating how long something will take me to do. I mean, really, really stink at it. So this has been a good educational process for me. And it's good because, maybe I'll sell a few things. There's no way I'm going to sell everything. And throughout the year, I don't make a lot of sales. So there'll be inventory next year. And maybe people will come and they might not want to buy anything at the moment, but then down the road, they might go check out the website. Hey, Michelle, have you been getting rained on today? Barbara's back. It is getting cloudier and cloudier over here. We had some rain yesterday morning. So I can see, I watched some really good Open Studios videos. There's a gal in Australia, she's a watercolor artist, and she did beautiful Open Studio setups. And she had so much inventory. She'd been doing it for a long time. And her last Open Studios, she did a, what do they call that? The review at the end of an event. Where she went over the things that were good and the things that were bad. One thing that's hard is I don't really have anything for kids. And so if people come with kids, it's like, oh, what am I going to do with them? So I was thinking about pulling out some light colored material and some fabric markers, washable fabric markers, and letting them scribble all over that, because then I could hit that with water and let it run, and then use that as a backing for the heart. That was the one thought I had for kids. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, the conclusion, the summary, it's like an after report. I don't know, there was a word she used, but it was very helpful. She said she had to rethink whether she was going to do it every year going forward, because it was so exhausting. Because so for me, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 5 is going to be a long day, 2 long days with no recovery in between. And then we'll have a week and then we do it all over again. Barbara, that seems like a good idea for the kids. Yeah, I thought I've got a lot of water-based, I won't give them my really expensive stuff, but I got a lot of I've got still some Neocolor crayons they could scribble with. And so anything they do on the fabric, and then I figure I'll just spritz it with water, and that'll make a great, because I'm working on a little write-up about the community project. So they'll know that it wasn't made by me, because we donate the art and then the money goes towards the programs for art in the schools. Now, it wasn't a critique. Shoot. It doesn't matter what the word was, but it's mostly that she just talked about what went good and what went well and what issues needed to be addressed the next time. One of the things multiple people said that I hadn't even thought about was you need to put a sign out front that lets them know it's okay just to come right in, because they're at somebody's house, a stranger's house, and they need to know that it's okay to come on in. I'm sorry, you guys can't really see all the beads that are on here, but it's getting nice and sparkly. Trust me, it's getting nice and sparkly. Let's do little one, teeny tiny pearl, teeny tiny pearl. I'm so looking forward to cleaning up the studio when I decide that I'm really done working on stuff. I've got two of the long scrolly things to finish. I've kind of put them aside. I wanted to finish any of the canvases because I need to figure out how I'm going to hang them. Because I think I might be able to get away with stuff that I have and not have to buy anything this year, which would be really nice since we're doing so much on the house. Oh, look at that. It's raining. I'm watching water sheet off the side of the roof. They were hoping to pour cement on Friday, and I don't know if this is going to throw them off or not. Sue said, will there be signboards on the street to direct folks to the correct driveway or whatever? Yeah, in a couple, I think next week we get to pick up the signs, or like fluorescent green signs that they have printed with everything except for my name and the studio number and the address. And so then we'll fill those in and then put them down on the main road and then the first turn and then coming up the hill to our place. Let's see, we can use a pearl there. Yep, that is definitely rain. Wow. I am so glad we got the roof on. What's nice is I can tell the new roof is going to collect a lot more rain, which the garden will be happy with, since we direct our rain into places that we want more water. All right, I think I am coming about another 5 minutes, and I'm going to have to let it go. Let's see. I'm going to come up to this one, because I definitely think, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've softened a little bit of these white ones. I was afraid they're too big, and now I think they're better with a little more things going on over them. Barbara said, I always love going up to a new to me art studio. I'm hoping there will be people that enjoy coming over here. Tally will love having everybody come by. She'll be behind the little gate, but she's really good about respecting the gate, especially if people at least come over and say hi to her. And she's like, okay, well, as long as you're going to pet me over the gate, that's good. And then, if I get the center island cleaned off, I figured what I might do there is lay out sort of my process. Like, we've got the fibers, the fabric, and the hoop, and then a few different things in various stages, since obviously I won't have everything done. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough art that I'm going to need that counter space for display. So Tally will distract any children. That's true. I can always send Tally out on the side yard with any kids. When the fireplace guy was here today, she was so much calmer. When he came last year, we had just had her like a month or two, and she was really good with him. She knows he's a dog person, so she wanted to, jump up and play, but then she settled right down and was just content just to be petted. All right, I think I piled these up. Shouldn't take too long to finish this, and then I can sew it on. The canvas is already stretched. This one's going to be an 8x10, so I'll just have to cut the edges of this and fold them under and stitch it to the canvas. Ah, the jackhammer has started up again. Such a lovely tone out there. They've got these deep holes dug for pillars for the stairs, which is going to fill up with water. I don't know if they'll be able to pour their cement, because there's no way those are going to dry out by Friday. But at least we don't have any water leaking inside the house. All right, I think I need more. Little beads. Yeah, it's gonna work. And then we're gonna come this way over here. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to call it today so that I have time to go eat something real quick, but let's see, there you go. And I know it's hard to see, but you can see a little bit of the sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? It's getting there. So a little bit more. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I will see you guys next week when I won't have a meeting right afterwards, so I can be here for the whole time. Thanks for your suggestions. Yes, I will be able to continue my beading during the next meeting. You know me well, Sue. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you, Hexie. It's good to see you here again today. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a wonderfully creative week. And please, if you're in the Facebook group, post your projects so we can see what you're working on. Thank you, Julie. You have a good week too, Kat. Bye-bye, everybody.